when you're a person that is coming out of the pattern of thinking that toxicity is normal, is okay, is just supposed to be a part of your life, when you're a person that's coming out of that and you're going through healing, so you're probably doing therapy and, doing the things to better yourself, but you're still surrounded by toxicity, and those people are not likewise, because it's not about being perfect at something per se. We're always working out our soul's salvation. Okay, so in Earth School, you're always journeying to consciously step into the knowing of who you actually are in this moment. Because in your highest reality, you are perfection. And so, going back to the topic, if you continue to surround yourself with those people, you will cap out at where you're going to be able to go in your belief of how good your life can get. And the reason you cap out is because it's kind of like injuring yourself, and so there's a cut there, and then you let it heal enough, and then you do the exact same thing and it tears again. It doesn't make sense to try to sew on, a new patch on clothes that are already torn, because what's going to happen is there's going to create a greater tear, and then what was the point in doing all that work to get a new piece to sew over something that is going to inevitably keep tearing? That's the trajectory of where that thing is going. It's down spiraling, and you are still trying to press towards your mark of your high calling in Christ Jesus. And so then that means you're still spiraling up. Now, I say spiral because in Earth School, you're going to see the repeating patterns. Your life is a repetition. You do sleep at some point and you do get up, and that is inevitable. That's the spiral. Okay, but either you're spiraling down, every day you're waking up on the wrong side of the bed, or you're spiraling up where life is getting better. It gets sweeter as the days go by, right? And so if you are continuing to try and elevate in your life and your pursuit of the abundant life that has been paid for from the inside out for you, then what happens is you are constantly able to see these people in their highest light. And so then you are constantly able to produce actions towards these people, because again, you're seeing them in said highest light, because love worketh no ill towards his neighbor. But this is the caveat. Those people are going to continue doing that injurious behavior, because that is the pattern and the life those people have chosen. And so even though you can still see that narcissistic partner in their highest Christ light, because that is what the spirit of prophecy allows a person to do. You can see a seed and call it a tree, but then you're matching it with all these other components in faith, in love. And so, yeah, you can see that narcissistic, toxic person as who they could be, and then you get in their face and they punch you, they ram their car into you, they try to set you on fire in your sleep. And then you leave and you do the work, right? And you keep pressing towards your God self, and you keep, pressing towards empathy and compassion. And then they come back around. Now you're either going to believe who they have shown you, or you're going to do another cycle of, again, seeing who they are. Always see who people are, because we love others as we love ourselves. And we're realistic about ourselves. We're pressing towards our highest light too. And so that person is in a stage of learning as well. But if they haven't learned how to not be physically, mentally, emotionally abusive in that way, right? Because there's levels to us learning how to not be abusive. A 3-year-old slapping you in your face is completely different than a 33-year-old slapping you in your face. If you agree, can you say elevate? And so there are levels to understanding how in love to deal with a person emotionally, mentally, sexually, physically, financially, etc., etc., etc. And so you're going to have to make the decision in your growth of whether you're going to keep trying to sew on a fresh, healed, vibing, high resonance on that old parents, para friends, para coworkers, para bosses, para neighbors, para friends, para people, para whoever it is. You're going to have to decide if you're gonna keep going back, tearing yourself down, because eventually you will cap out. And when I say cap out, I'm referring to your expiration date. You always hear me say everyone has an enter date, everyone has an expiration date. Lazarus, yeah, that wasn't his expiration date, but he still had one. I am RealElectraBe, and these are messages from my heart.